Hi, I'm Ryan, and today I'm going to do an unboxing of the new SMEG 2-slice 50 styles toaster. It is actually the TSF01 by SMEG, and we got it in black. So let's cut to the chase and open it up. Let's see what's inside. Okay. Inside we have some warranty information for the kettles and the toaster. It seems to come with a pretty large instruction manual, which is, considering it's a toaster, pretty robust. 155 pages of toaster. We have some product info on the other stuff that they have and colors. And the toaster itself is in here. Pull this out. Alright. Okay. So, there we go. That's the toaster. Looks pretty good to me. Seems to have an ejectable crumb tray that kind of comes out in the back. Seems pretty sturdy. One of our pet peeves of our last toaster was that the crumbs were always falling all over the place. At the front of the toaster we have the bread lift and the control panel. The bread lift seems nice and sturdy. It's got a good solid feel to it. And the control panel is pretty simple. It has a defrost mode here, which you can use if you have frozen bread and you're going to put it in, you need to defrost and toast it. As well as on the right side they have a bagel mode. When you turn on bagel mode, it will only toast one side, and it's the inside burners will come on to toast the bagel. So that way the inside of your bagel can be toasty and the outside is still soft. And then the browning control has 6 different levels. And on the farthest to the right, there's a reheat function, which will let you kind of keep cooking if you want to keep cooking, to kind of touch up the browning. And a big stop button, which cancels anything and pops it open. So let's plug it in the kitchen and give it a try. Now in the kitchen you can see the one complaint that we may have is that the cord itself is kind of ugly. Considering sometimes when you're putting a toaster like this on the counter, it does get exposed. It would have been nice to maybe have a color matched cord, or a cord that was braided or had a little bit more of a detail to it, because although you can wind it up and kind of keep it as short as possible, it's kind of an ugly looking rubber cord. So for on the countertop underneath, you can see you can actually get the cable in and make sure it's routed and it goes out the area that you want. Because of the 4 legs, you can have the cord come out on almost any side. So let's put this back on the counter and plug it in. And we'll take it for a test spin. Let's put some toast in there, shall we? Alright, we're going to take this toaster on its maiden voyage using 2 slices of gluten-free bread. Gluten-free bread usually toasts a little bit different than regular bread. It kind of takes a little bit more heat and then it gets toasty real quickly. So let's see how that goes. We'll pop these 2 in, and you can definitely see there's lots of space in here. The nice wide slots would fit a bagel or anything else, no problem. The other thing that I do like is some toasters with the rack, it makes it really difficult to get them out, and you're always burning your fingers. Whereas this one, it seems like the rack has like some pretty nice travel up and down, which is cool. So let's set this on maybe I like mine. Let's do a 3.5 out of 6. So that's pretty middle, and let's give it a run. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so while it's toasting, you can definitely see the ring around the stop button lights up, and the dial kind of glows a little bit of green. It's fairly subtle, but it's, at least you know it's on and it's plugged in and it's toasting. If you look up and into the inside, you can see some pretty consistent heat across the toasting elements. What you don't want to see is only a few elements burning red hot and the other one's nice and cool. So it looks like we have nice even heat, which will give the toast a good even toasting. Alright, so this has been in here for maybe about 60 seconds or so now. It's getting close to being done for sure. The nice thing about this toaster so far is that the sides, even though it's been toasting away, are very cool to the touch, so you don't need to worry about somebody getting burnt on it. Closer to the top along the edge it gets a little bit hotter, and in the middle, but the sides are nice and cool. So let's pop our toast out. Let's hit the stop button and kind of just check on it and see what happens here. So use this. Looks pretty good. Definitely don't need much more than a 3. That's pretty even toast on the gluten-free bread there. Looks pretty good to me. So yeah, we had it set at 3.5. That was in there for maybe about 40 to 50 seconds, and that's lots. So probably even a little toastier than I might usually toast my toast. But in general, looks really good. All right, so overall, I'm actually really happy with the toaster. I think aesthetically, it looks really cool. I like the style. The quality and the fit and finish of everything seems really good. It's chunky, and I can see it lasting for quite some time. The only downfall might be the plug that's kind of pretty boring and plain looking, but otherwise I think for the price, it's an awesome looking toaster. It seems to work out well, and I'm happy with it. So that's the SMEG 50 Styles 2-slice toaster.